So I eventually answered him, hey, it's SB1200, but the equipment used in Planet Rock was this, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, oh, by the way, I'm thinking we're gonna be doing some projects here soon. Would you be interested? He never fucking responded.
Oh no, because you took a long time to answer his email.
That's right. He's probably still thinking. So Sound Chasers, right? How'd that come about?
Well, Junior was doing these mega mixes a long time ago, and I was over in Miami making beats, and I had started my own label in 2006, Database Recordings. So I had put a little CD together for Winter Music Conference, and we had, we were doing, electro bass stuff, and then Junior threw a mega mix on there. So I'm like, all right. So then we went ahead and gave that out. It was a pretty good success, from what I understood.
That was actually a remix of Billy E's records. I actually took all of his compilations of tracks and then mega mixed it all, sent it back to him.
Yeah.
Kind of as a joke.
So
for fun. Not really a joke to taunt him, but like for fun, and then sent it back to him. He liked it. I said, what do you want to do with it?
Me and Junior have been friends since we were kids. Like I was 18, 17. We'd go out to the clubs. I'd be DJing, and he was a b-boy. We go out to South Beach. He had his own place at the time, so naturally all of us would go over there. You know what I mean? So we would go to the clubs, and I'd be DJing, playing these breakbeat records, and mixing in a little bit of bass in there, and then he'd be dancing. And then how Sound Chasers came about after I released that CD. Me and him were just talking on the phone all the time. We just decided to just do it. So here we are.
Why Billy E? Well, let me ask you this. How did you get to know Billy E?
MySpace. Just talking about tracks that you would hear on their pages. I probably saw him linked through somebody else's page. You hear the tracks, and he had those, I forgot the name of those compilations, those Nightmare compilations, and simple stuff, but it was cool and effective. It was good. Good BPM. Hit hard, nice samples. His setups were basic, but not ahead of its time, but basic, but it was doable for the time that he put that stuff out at. And that's how Billy E came about.
So you started
MySpace.
You started corresponding with him, which led to doing a mega mix because you were corresponding.
Exactly.
With him.
He sent me all of his stuff, and then I started messing with it online, and that's how the mega mix came to be.
What inspired you to do mega mixes?
Oh man. Music in general, like just having an arsenal of a library of music and piecing all the little sounds and memories, kind of a collective audio unconscious of everything put together in one big mix, and creating something out of little snippets of different songs. We can go back to Planet Rock, Double D and Steinsky, just taking everything that we grew up with and all the different phases of music that came out growing up and mega mixing it and being able to translate something that people can listen to and for it to bring back memories. I think that's the mega mix.
Nostalgia. Yeah.
Which is, but there's a difference between making a mega mix and making, a structured song that has a couple samples in it. Mega mix is more panoramic, more encyclopedic.
You have things changing every 4 bars, every 2 bars, 8 bars. Multiple samples from all over the place, taken from different genres. It could be something that's new wave to something that's funk to disco to rock to soul to classical orchestra hits.
I think we sampled just about everything.
Everything you can think of minus country, basically. No house really, but other than that, covered a
wide spectrum with a music chart with all of our mega mixing and our tracks.
Did you have any idea that it would go anywhere?
We did it for fun, man.
It was just fun.
The love.
We collected so many records and we DJ'd and mixed and learned all that. The next evolution of it was to, put it on record and also learn how to produce music, beats and stuff like that. Because there's a difference between DJing and making beats, but it's the evolution of it if you stick with it long enough.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you get into all this?
Well, I had met Nick in 2006, and he asked me to be part of the EP, of the CD. And then we did a bunch of tracks in there where I scratched and a bunch of stuff, and it was like, bro. So then when the Sound Chaser stuff came about, Jock D was on the DJ Wars. The one that with you and Jock D? Games, War Games.
Oh, War Games. We're finishing up War Games.
They did War Games, and I was like, oh man, I want to get on that. The next thing I know, they gave me a call, and we just started working on tracks, and then it was really weird because I ain't never really worked that way before. Like they got me onto AIM.
We used to make tracks a different way, man. It was like It was we were doing tracks from home.
Yeah,
Just at home.
they would send me like an 8-bar.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I want you to just boom, and I'm like, all right, boom. And he'll write me back, yo, give it to me 4 bars.
Yeah.
Boom, give me 2. Boom, give me just 1. Bah, and just doom. Next thing I know, they would just send
Piecing
me.
them.
Yeah.
Different
We were just
crazy
making
shit.
de la sentences with the scratches. you know?
Yeah. It was
So,
nuts.
so there's a language involved with what you scratch and also what you sample. Is that true?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
there wasn't any random samples. Everything was meant to be in a certain
There you go, man.
spot for what it was placed in
There you
there
go.
for.
Fucking starved.